Hello. Hello, friends. Welcome to Super Divorce Live on YouTube. This is your good friend and your good brother Nicholas here. Just getting set up here. We're gonna waiting for Andrew to get here because this is a big deal. This is a big deal, isn't it? This video is a long time coming. Andrew, you never thought it would happen, did you? Well, here we are. We're going to do it live. Dear God in heaven is correct, friends. We're going to do it live. I'm going to put this right here. I've got to get set up. I've never done a live drawing session before, so we're going to try and set this up so that it doesn't suck. Now, let me explain something real quick. Okay, so when we released this album, back when we were a four-piece band playing heavier music, we did this little offer. We ran a little promotion where I don't even remember how we did it. It's like if you bought a special edition, if you were like one of the first people to buy this album, I would draw your face and print off like a custom CD sleeve for you. And I would insert it and we would sign it and then send it out to you. And we did a few of those. Not many, but we did a few. Andrew, good brother Andrew, who you might know from Sequential Star Wars and other appearances on this channel, he wanted us to do one of these for him, but instead of his face, he wanted us to draw Mr. Belvedere. Christopher, what was his name? It was Christopher Hewitt. That's it. It was Christopher Hewitt. So that's been almost 3 years ago, folks. I really dragged my knuckles on this one, on getting this done for Andrew. Look at that. Look at that. That's the video. I've got this up so I can see any live chats that come through right over here. This is my messy desk that I had to clear off. This is a ridiculous workspace, but I'm going to make it work because I need to get this done. My computer is being a real son of a bitch, and so I can't do much on that right now. I've been battling with it for several days. Windows is just not, it's not a stable operating system. Let's say that. Windows is not a stable operating system. They're always throwing wrenches in your plans. They make you upgrade to their shitty new version, and half the time when you do it, it causes conflicts. Things go wrong, and then they leave you to sort it out. And that's what I've been in the process of trying to do. So there should have been an episode of the Super Divorce Supercast going up tonight. And I couldn't make that happen because my computer is not working properly. I was also supposed to post some new sequential Star Wars episodes that we have on dock. That's not happening right now. Yeah, it's a bad time. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sit down and draw a little bit to ease my mind. Hold on, I feel like if you weren't around, right? If you weren't around when we were doing this before, I should probably show you a little bit of my previous work. Just let me grab some of the... Give me 1 second. I'll be right back here. Where do they go here? We in here? Yeah, I got them. Just give me a sec. Just bear with me. Got it. Okay, so before I get started, I'll show you some of my originals from the first go round here. So here's these were just for fun. I used to do one of these like once every night or two, and I'd post it on our Instagram account. Hello. I don't know who all's here, but thanks for joining. I know Andrew's here. I'm guessing another one of these viewers. We might have Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, if you're here, hello there. So now we got 4. Wow, we're picking up. We're picking up the pace, guys. So I used to kind of, I used to do a drawing every day or so for a while there when we really didn't have any, we hadn't put any music up yet. So I was trying to do something to keep our Instagram account active. And so I would draw a picture and I would post it. So here's one I did. This is one of the first ones that I did. This is Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry. What's up? Hey Obi-Wan, thanks for joining. That's Mark Henry. And I called these Superdivorceme pictures because we would super divorce them. This is like, and that's what we call it when we draw you in Superdivorce. That's Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry. I was drawing these on, what did I draw these on? Oh, wait, and then I did this too. I made a note on the back of what I was listening to while I was drawing. And it looks like when I did this one, I was listening to Hall & Oates, the H2O album. This was made on 1/30/16. That was Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. A famous professional wrestler, if you're not familiar with him. Here, we have, see if you can guess who that is. Do you know who it is? I was listening to the Deftones, Diamond Eyes on 1/29/16. That's something I was listening to when I was drawing this one. This, of course, is Wilford Brimley, who you might know from the diabetes commercials. So there's Wilford Brimley. Here's one of John Candy that I did. I was listening to Further Seems Forever's Penny Black and The Moon Is Down album. This was 1/28/16. Who do we have next? This is the man who invented Hersheys Chocolate. I looked him up. I don't remember why, but I thought that I would draw the Hersheys Chocolate guy, and that's who I did here. This is the Hersheys Chocolate Man. And these were, I'm trying to remember, I think these were drawn on like comic book cards, you know, that you would put in a sleeve. And I had picked up some one time that were not the right size, so I had a bunch of them left over that I was not going to do anything with. So I was like, I'll draw pictures. Oh, that's right, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. It was, we did a candy episode of our Super Divorce Supercast, which you can actually still listen to on superdivorceme.com. You could go back and find the candy episode that we did, where we went to a local specialty grocery store. We got a bunch of different types of candy, and we tried them on the podcast, and then we kind of explained what they were like and which candies were the best and which were the worst, and it was a lot of fun. So that's why I drew Mr. Hershey. This man started the Hershey Empire, and when I was drawing this one, I was listening to The Promise Ring, their album Nothing Feels Good, The Anniversaries, Designing a Nervous Breakdown, and Mock Orange, the record play on 1/27/16. There's another one. Okay, who's next? I think we're kind of going back in time. Here's Mark Summers from Double Dare. That's him right there. Super divorced. We super divorced him. We were listening to Wild Nothing's Nocturne, Terrence Trent D'Arby's Wishing Well, and Hard Girls Hard on 1/26/16. Of course, that's Willy Wonka from the scary scene in the tunnel when he loses his mind, and where you thought he might just murder everyone. And that one, we had Fugazi's Waiting Room and Madonna in her self-titled album on 1/24/16. There's Big Frank. That's Frankenstein. Frankenstein from Monster Squad. We did a whole Monster Squad episode of the Supercast. And when I was doing this one, I was listening to Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz, Yngwie Malmsteen's Mr. Crowley, and Rising Force on 123. Okay. Should I keep going? Is this interesting? I don't want to bore you guys. Obi-Wan wants to know if these were going to be album covers. No, they were not going to be. I didn't do these with the idea in mind of making album covers. This is before our first album, Wish You the Best, was actually still being mixed and mastered and such. So we didn't have any content or anything to share. There was nothing for people to listen to except for like a really rough teaser demo that we recorded in my basement. So before this was out and before people had anything to listen to, I just wanted something to post. So it's like, well, I'll start drawing pictures, and we can just, I'll just take pictures of these, and we'll put them on our Instagram, and we would call them like Superdivorceme drawings. So that's what we did, and I did that for a little while. It's fun. I liked it. So I can show you some more if you'd like to see them. It looks like we're clearing the room out though. We're down to 1 viewer. So we're back up to 2. I don't want to, if I should start drawing, I can go ahead and draw now. But I just wanted to give you guys a taste of what I had done before to see that this isn't some new convention. I'm not making this up. This was what we did in Super Divorce for a while, before we had any music to share. I do want to share this one. This is one I probably spent the most time on. And I think this might be the last one that I did. No, that can't be. It's not the last one, because I started doing them on bigger sheets of paper. Oh, the stream got interrupted. Okay. Yeah, I started doing them on larger sheets of paper, so no, this is not the last one, but this is one of the most detailed ones that I did. That's Rob Zombie, and I really had fun doing that one. That was a lot of fun to do. So I decided to really take my time with this one, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So that was a fun drawing. I like that one. Any other ones? I've never drawn any comics. No, I'm definitely a hobbyist when it comes to drawing. I've never taken any art classes. I've never put a bunch of effort into being a visual artist. I enjoy it. I have fun with it, but my wife is a tattoo artist. She's the big dog when it comes to art around here. I'm very much casual when it comes to this kind of stuff. What else do we got here? Here's a kind of cool one. There's Dracula from the Monster Squad, like when he grabs Phoebe by the face and he's like, "Give me the amulet, you bitch!" And then he does that. That's a fun little guy there. Here's the creepy German guy from Monster Squad. What was I didn't put down what I was listening to there. That was an early one. That's 1/18/16. Yeah, that's that. Here's the original album cover that I did. That's the original. That look familiar? Yep. See? I did this, and I didn't realize that it would end up being our album cover. It was kind of a joke. You know? I was like, hey, what if we just use this for the album cover? And we called it Wish You the Best. Because this, of course, is Mr. Henderson, who we named our kitty cat after. One of our cats, our orange cat, is named after this guy. Tim Heidecker playing Mr. Henderson on the Tim and Eric Awesome Show. Great job. And I was like, what if we just use that for the album cover and called it "Wish You the Best"? And we ended up doing that. So that's fun, isn't it? That's pretty cool. There's a Freddy Krueger that I did. Yeah. What else we got? Duncan. Is this Mr. Duncan from Duncan's Toy Chest in Home Alone 2? He gives Macaulay Culkin the two turtle doves. Two turtle doves. Two turtle doves. Here is one of the most annoying characters to come out of the internet. This is Fred, who you all know. At one point he had shirts in Hot Topic. I don't know what he's up to now, but there's Fred from the internet. You know him. He's an early YouTube sensation, and he's kind of faded into obscurity over the years. Perhaps. I think he's faded into obscurity. He might still have a large following. I don't know. Just don't hear about him these days. Oh, boy. Here's Eric Roberts. That's another good one. I really enjoyed drawing Eric Roberts. This is like Eric Roberts circa his Carmine Falcone days. You know, it's not best of the best Eric Roberts. And it's not even Raptor Eric Roberts. If you've never seen the movie Raptor, you should check it out because it is just peak Eric Roberts at his best. Julia Roberts' brother, who no one in their family wishes to talk to anymore. But he has been given his time in the spotlight by Christopher Nolan over the years. So we can't forget about him. Here's a Trump that I did. What else do we got? There's Papa John. He's not looking so good, is he? Yeah, Papa John's. This is before he was totally booted. You know, this is when he was still running the show. This is when he still was Papa John. He's not even Papa John anymore. He's just a guy. He can't even make pizzas now. So maybe this was like a sign of things to come. I wouldn't be surprised if this is how he's looking right now. He's kind of walking around, and he doesn't know what to do. He can't make pizzas. He's no longer Papa John. That title's been taken from him, and he's having a really rough go of it. And so this is probably how he kind of looks at the moment. Anything else? Do we have anything else? Anything else? Oh yeah, there's Daddy from Don't Wake Daddy. Don't Wake Daddy. You had to sneak. It's the game. Did anyone ever play Don't Wake Daddy? Where you had to sneak into your daddy's room, and he'd be laying down, and he pops up out of the covers, and his little cap flies off. Well, there's Don't Wake Daddy. That's Daddy from the front of the box, I believe. Yeah. Here's Robin Williams from Jumanji. Rest in peace. So, I didn't show you all of them, but I showed you a good sampling. You guys get the idea. You see what was going on. Okay. There's a problem with playing. What's going on here? It seems like we're good again. I don't know what the deal is, why the feed keeps going out. Let me make sure of something real quick. I don't know if I can check this while I'm streaming. Is it, oh, okay. Well, hopefully I don't know. I hope this works. See my hands here in the frame? Okay. That's alright. I think I can zoom in a little bit. No. We keep having connection issues. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've got to... I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna try a new video. I'll be back.